Last time I went fishing, I was with a professional footballer. I enjoyed that. I didn't actually fish myself. I concentrated on helping him because he'd never been before. That was Tom Holland, the new Saints midfielder. Not the Spider-Man guy, as I said at the start of the video that we did together. I'm on my own today though. Talking of football though, I did play last night and I feel it this morning. It was a tough game. We didn't win. But that's what it's about, pushing yourself. I was up bright and early this morning, 5 a.m. So I haven't seen a soul yet. I've cast out, but I'm hoping to get some fish on the bank in due course. In the meantime though, first cup of tea of the day. Always very welcome indeed. It's a perch. A small one. I didn't even need the net for that. All very welcome though. And if you saw the video with Tom, you would have noticed that all the perch were very washed out. It was a murky pool that we fished. The canal's a little bit clearer, so the perch has more defined markings there. This is how I prefer them. I'm enjoying this session. I'm fishing in the same way that I have been recently. I've been showing the gear to the float went then, gear to the camera, so I won't do that on this occasion. However, the one difference this time is that, well, a couple of differences I suppose really. I'm going straight through with the 4-pound line to a size 14 hook. I've got a couple of maggots on there. It's not affecting anything at all. I've been getting regular bites, regular action, and as I've been talking, you've seen the roach, perch and bream that I've been hitting and landing on the screen. So a nice session. As always though, I always set my stall out very carefully, and I would like to catch a big perch. That's not always going to happen of course, but you can nevertheless try and target something a little bit more focused, and that's why I've gone for the 4-pound line, the size 14 hook. I'm still catching fish though, smaller ones as well. A very early boat just came through, and as it passed said hello to the people, and I noticed that there was a Welsh flag right at the very back. So I said good morning to them in Welsh, bore da, and I think the lady was Welsh and the man may be English. Well, she was certainly very surprised, big smile come on her face, and she replied to me in Welsh. So I asked her, do you speak Welsh? She said yes, and while I'm talking now, I've got another species. It's a gudgeon. So size 14 hook and a couple of maggots, hasn't put off that fish at all, has it? So she was very, very surprised, and we had a little very brief conversation in Welsh as she passed along, and she'll be telling people, can't believe it, on the Staffordshire-Worcestershire Canal in England, and I had a conversation with somebody in Welsh. You never know, do you? Anyway, I'll never know what's coming out next, and that's the great thing about fishing. I've had 4 species today: perch, bream, roach and gudgeon. And talking of gudgeon, Neil Williams commented on my site yesterday. He's a gudgeon fanatic, and he's heading up to this way this coming week, and he was after a few locations where he can maybe catch a decent one from the Staffordshire-Worcestershire Canal. So you can read the conversation we had in the guest book on my website. Always welcome comments. I haven't been on social media at all this year. just a time thing really. Can get quite time consuming, can't it, when you're on social media and WhatsApp groups and such like. So I've narrowed it down and focused just on my vlog website, and it's working well, so I'm quite happy with the way things are going. I'm not saying that I'll never go on social media again, just at the moment I'm happy what I'm doing, because there's been no problem. Sometimes people leave social media because they've had an argument with someone, or there's been some sort of fallout. Nothing at all like that, just purely and simply a time thing. That's why I don't have the comments on YouTube, because they're all more things that you have to get involved with to reply to people and have conversation. I want to do more fishing and less talking, if that's possible, or at least narrow it down to one place, which is my website. I will be on my way shortly. I was here very early and it's still early now, and I've had a couple of anglers arrive since. The early bird catches the worm, as they say. I've certainly had a lot of fish on the bank, nothing big. I've used the net for a few of them, simply because you don't want to lift them from the water, you want to make sure you catch them. But it's been regular action. A bite every cast? Possibly, because the number of occasions that I've lifted out without having any contact at all has been quite minimal. And I'm getting one now as I talk. This could be the last fish, perhaps, of the session, if it develops. I've certainly enjoyed it, and as I so often say, that is ultimately what angling is all about. If you are out fishing yourself this weekend, well, tight lines, and I'll see you soon.